PSA Reloaded, man. It's your boy 3 Letter, man. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. All the flyers already, man. Hit the like button also. I appreciate that, man. Y'all see the title of this vlog, man. Let's talk, man. We are continuing revisiting the certain songs of hip-hop that we all like and love to our heart and soul. I am going to Chicago, Shy City. Some of y'all know him as Common. I go back to Common Sense. Before he was rocking pink shirts with orange pants with Erykah Badu, Mr. Rashid, booming in your Jeep. I'm talking about Soul by the Pound, Common Sense. I'm talking about the Q-Tip voice sample, the Grand Poobah voice sample, the Redman voice sample on Soul for the Pound, right? I remember me and Watson did a segment years ago when we talking about Chicago MCs. Really, we talking about Common and Lupe. That was it, Common versus Lupe and stuff like that. You know, as much as people love Lupe, I just think in discography-wise of albums, I think Common laps that boy. Respectfully when I say that, and I mean with utmost respect, right? But there's a particular song that I want to speak about, man. And obviously we had his first album that he dropped in 1993, Can I Borrow a Dollar, which is very slept on. Let me say, very slept on, man. But I would say this. Resurrection, his second album, man. Yeah, I think Watson even said this to me one time. He said that Resurrection, he puts Resurrection's Common's Resurrection album next to Illmatic. Now, I don't know. I want to go that far like my brother did. I think it's a classic album. I think it's a 4.5 mic album, right? I don't see when I think of an album like Illmatic, that's like a Bible, that's a testament. I don't know if I got Resurrection as a testament in the sense of it's a classic album. Don't get it twisted. There's a lot of joints on there, but obviously there's one song on there. And when you talk about Common, I think the first song, if you're a real, I don't use the word true hip hop head. I don't want to go in that bag. But if you know Common's music, obviously the first song that you would attack and know that is I Used to Love Her, right? I Used to Love Her, like I Used to Love Her, produced by No ID. No ID also does not get his props in terms of ill producers of hip hop. Gotta give No ID his props and just do in terms of production that he done for hip hop, man. But this song, I Used to Love Her, man. This is a song that you hear the title of the song, I Used to Love Her, and automatically you're thinking that it's going to be about a girl. Similar to Nas' song, I Gave You Power, is you have to open up your eardrums and really see where this man is taking us to in his journey of I Used to Love Her. Now, it's so funny. This song came out in 94. And when you listen to the bars, it's like, was Common ahead of time? Did he have crazy visions like Ghostface Killer that he saw where hip hop was going? Because I gotta be honest, you make a song like this in 1994, right? Obviously hip hop was going a different turn that time, right? But everyone loves the 90s, so like this song is a lot of subliminals with straight up talk. We were calling people by the names and everything like that, right? Now, the concept of this song, in terms of the concept of this song, this is a Smithsonian song. This is a Hall of Fame song. I mean, I Used to Love Her and turn that into making hip hop into a female. I used to love her and saying the reason why you used to love hip hop, the reason you fell in love with hip hop, the way you see hip hop is going right now, the way you want hip hop to go, the reason you fell in love with hip hop. The love and hate, you know what I'm saying? It was the love and hate for hip hop that you have as an artist where you listen to Calm drop these lyrics, right? I mean, the first thing this man says, I met this girl when I was 10 years old. I mean, I could feel that. I met this girl when I was 10 years old. And what I love most, she had so much soul. She was old school when I was just a shorty. Never knew throughout my life she would be there for me. On a regular, not a church girl, she was secular. Like, yo, like, This man is like, but I respected her. She hit me in the heart. A few New York and did it in the park. Like, you did it in the park, music in the park, hip-hop started in the park, right? So it's like the double entendre that Karma's giving you here, man. But she was there for me, and I was there for her. Pull out a chair for her, turn on the air for her, and just cool out and listen to her. Sitting on bone, wishing that I could do her. Sitting on bone, wishing I could do her. Like sitting there loving hip hop, loving all the artists. You as a 10-year-old kid, probably loving Run DMC, UTFO, Slick Rick. I mean, come on, man, stop playing with me, man. KRS One, Rakim, Fat Boys, Houdini, Too Short. You going into that bag, and it's like sitting there wishing I could do her. Like, I can't wait to get my turn for the world to hear what I have to say. I'm a young youth at 10 years old, listening to music and loving everything I'm hearing. I can't wait to get my turn to come out here and show y'all what I can do, man. But I respected her. She hit me in the heart. A few New York kids had did it in the park. But she was there for me, and I was there for her. Pull out a chair for her, turn on the air for her, and just cool out. Yo, sitting on bone, wishing I could do her. Eventually, it was meant to be, then it would be. Because we related physically and mentally. And she was fun then. I be geek when she come around. Slim was fresh, Joe, when she was underground. Original, pure, untampered, a down sister. Boy, I tell you, I miss her. Dog, those lines right there is 1994. Those last couple of lines, bruh. She was underground, original, pure, untampered, a down sister. Boy, I tell you, I miss her. As an old head, a 40-year-old man, I gotta be honest, man. Those lines are so relevant now in 2023. I don't want to be that guy. Like, I love for the young boys, all the drillers, and how y'all give it up. Respect to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I have to go back to when it used to be. I'm not that old head. Hip-hop has to move and change. We understand that. I'm not here to kill anyone's movement. I'm just saying, for a bar like that in 1994, it don't hit that. To me, that bar doesn't hit hard in 94. It's hard now to me. That line hits more now today than it did in 1994. Because in the 90s, early 90s, there's Snoop K Solo, EPMD, Redman, we're talking about Tribe. You feel me? Like Woo, Snoop, Dre, DOC, Eazy-E, NWA. You feel me? Like Too Loud, Cool. There's so much artists. Like, oh man. That's what I'm saying. In 2023, those lines hit a little bit hard for me, man. And then the second verse, out goes the weaves. In goes the braids, beads, medallions. And I don't mean ice cold medallions by Well Flesh and Nori either. Out goes the weaves. In goes the braids, beads, medallions. She was on that tip about stopping the violence. Shout out to KRS One. That's the first person I think when he say stop the violence movement, of course. About my people, she was teaching me by not preaching to me, but speaking to me. That is ill right there, bruh. She was on the tip about stopping the violence. About my people, she was teaching me by not preaching to me, but speaking to me. That yo, calm, man. That is dope, man. But then now here's the line that got every, and I'm gonna say this right now. I understand. I can understand why Ice Cube, Dub C, Mac 10, and some brothers in the West Coast felt a type of way about Common. Cause what were you saying though, Common? If I'm a West Coast dude, that's how I feel. And obviously that's when you got the infamous Common versus Ice Cube, the Jin Yu song and everything like that. One of the most underrated diss songs is Jin Yu by Common Sense, him coming, Ice Cube and Dub C and them. Your boy ain't no Mac 10, he's a 22, neither here nor there, but we'll stay focused 3. But then she broke to the West Coast. And that was cool. Because around the same time, I went away to school. Like, where do you, all right, it's almost like you understand she had to go to the West Coast and she moved around and everything, navigated to a different city, went to the West Coast and everything, and you understand that, respect it, but it's almost like in a condescending way what Common is saying this, especially the writing of it and the way he delivers it with his flow, you know? But then she broke to the West Coast. That was cool. Like, was it really cool, Calm? Like, that's what, you know what I'm saying? Was that really cool? Because around the same time, I went away to school. And but see, he trying to clean it up, though. And I'm a man of expanding. So why should I stay in her way? She probably get her money in L.A. So it's like, he understands it. He understands she go to L.A., get her bread up and everything like that. Hip-hop gets the bread up, going somewhere else. And it's funny because you sit there and say, yo, Calm, you from Chicago. Like, but let's be real. I gotta be honest. When I first saw Calm, I didn't know he's from Chicago. If he didn't say he's from Chicago, I would think he's from New York. His whole style. You feel me? Respectfully. Now, black music is black music, and it's all good. I wasn't salty. She was with the boys in the hood. Because that was good for her. She was becoming well-rounded. See, it's like he snuffed you, but picked you up at the same time. It's like Calm snuffed you, but helped you back up after he snuffed you and everything. And it's like, bruh, like, is it a backhanded compliment, Calm? Is that what you're doing? So I can understand the West Coast brothers feel this a type of way about that particular line, right? You know? And then Calm's third verse, 3 verses here, man. It's just 3 5-mic verses in my opinion. Let's just be clear off that, man. And Calm is talking about how he got disgusted where hip-hop was going in his third verse. She's just not the same letting all these groupies do her. I see slamming her and taking her to the sewer. Now, I gotta be honest, Calm. As an old man now, I'm looking at it like that, fam. You obviously taking shots at Onyx. And you were taking shots at Das Effects. Das Effects, to me, don't get a lot of props of bringing a style to hip hop. If you want to talk about contributions to hip hop and coming into the game, not sound like anyone else, that would be Das Effects. I think their first album is a classic. Lucy's, Mike Checker, and all that has some joints on there. Besides, they want effects, there's other joints on there. And then Onyx, let's be real. We always talk about artists and groups who have classic, like Onyx's first 3 albums are classics. Let's be clear on little dogs. 5 mics, 4.5. Let's be real, dogs. Come on now. I respect it. But I don't know. I love jacking that line respectfully, Calm. I don't think I'm jacking that line. I could, yo, dog, real talk. If you're from New York, respectfully, Calm, I could give you the Archie Bunker Award for that line because I love Onyx. Now, for you might not like throw the guns in the air video and everything, but they brought the ball heads to hip hop. I mean, before I had a ball, they was bringing the ballies to hip hop and everything. Even though I didn't like the video with 50 Cent, the React video with the cocky, whatever, neither here. Right. But, nah, I can't. I see niggas slamming and taking, because there he goes, she just not the same that all these groupies do her. I see dudes slamming her and taking her to the sewer. Onyx had a song called Slam. Das Effects had a album called Straight to the Sewer, right? Then he follows it up by saying, but I'm going to take her back, hoping that ish stop, because who I'm talking about, y'all, is hip-hop. I love that last couple bars. My gosh, man. You feel me? But what do you mean? I see dudes slamming and take her to the sewer, but I'm going to take her back. That's the line, but I'm going to take her back. Because after he goes, I see dudes slamming and take her to the sewer, but I'm going to take her back. Hoping that shit stops. Like, what do you want to stop? Back to F Up is a dope album by Onyx. She was sucking, man, you Slam, Shifty, Low Down Shifty, Greedy, I can't jack that comment, respectfully, dogs. I can't jack that. Onyx second album wasn't bad. I mean, Das Effect's second album wasn't bad either, bruh. So I don't know, but obviously this is a 5-mic song, man. Shout out to Common Sense, man. This is a very phenomenal, this is a very Hall of Famous song right here with Common Sense. I used to love her, man. Just the concept of this song, the storytelling of this particular joint, also how he added up in 3 verses, man. Tell me what y'all think about this song, man. It's your boy 3, man. One.